Hey, so I'm going to do a macro assessment, and this is for June 16th, I believe. So this is a great example of you being very, very close to your macros. So what I've noticed is that you do really, really well, and typically in the beginning it's a bit of a learning curve in a lot of ways, but you're actually very close to your macros already, and that's really good. But there's always going to be things that I'm going to suggest and I'm going to put as recommendations or tips or other type of options. But overall, you're doing really great. In a lot of cases, sometimes people eat breakfasts that don't really have a lot of fat content or low protein, and I'll just suggest adding a protein in there or whatever the case may be. But you're doing really, really good. And it's really good that you're doing better in the beginning, because then you can just be that much better, that much faster at everything. But it's about making progress and learning a little bit here and there over time. And one of the biggest things is keeping up with your accountability and momentum. And when we do lose focus, getting right back on track and not, feeling down about it, but just to keep going is the biggest thing in this journey. Is even if you had a bad day or a bad week, you're just going to keep going. You're not going to punish yourself. You're not going to do anything crazy. You're just going to keep going and stick to the plan and do your workouts and keep building muscle and eating well. So, the only suggestions I have for this one is to add some fruit to your breakfast. Maybe you're a little bit under your carb count, and because your fats are around where they're supposed to be, I would choose lean, zero fat carbs like fruit. There's also other things like little candies if you are craving something like Swedish fish or even fruit snacks. Something like that is all good. Even if you wanted some fruit snacks before a workout, that's considered a zero fat carb. It's a carb that's going to give you that quick sugar intake that you're going to use almost immediately after that. But those are examples of what I mean. And let me know if you're liking the milk that you're drinking. Otherwise, I can give you more options. Fairlife is super high protein. They filter out the lactase enzyme, so it's really good on the stomach, and it has a lot of vitamins in it. But overall, I would have added in like 2 more carb servings if you wanted to. Like I said, something like fruit, but you could have also done like a slice of toast. Anything whole grain is going to be low fat. You could have even done something like homemade fries, extra ketchup, like stuff like that. So you had room to add in low fat carbs, because you're at like 120 grams out of 190-ish. So yeah, but overall, this is great. I like to do these like once a week, just so you have an idea of different examples of food logs, like ones that maybe you were more off on your macros, so there's more of a learning opportunity within that macro assessment. But yeah, each thing that we do each week is to better help with momentum, accountability, learning, and at a very good pace. If you're behind on something, I'm not going to send something over or have you send something back in. But pretty soon, I want to dive into the next training module. I want to start getting into the morning routine, like daily habits type of thing, which is really going to help a lot. That's one of my favorite modules. And I'm going to see where you're at with the last one that you had. And if I feel like you're comfortable with that one, we're going to move on to this one and I'll send it over, either today or tomorrow. But let me know if you have any questions and we will touch base soon.